Welcome back everyone to beautiful Bersa, and although I don't know, you fine ladies and gents will know whether this one is a double episode or whether it's simply a title deciding game and a semi-final draw for the Bermuda FA Cup. But as you can see, a couple of games have already happened here today in the league. X-Roads lost to the Cougars 2-1, the Zebras won 3-0 away to the Rangers, and hopefully capping off a hat-trick of away wins, we can beat the Somerset Eagles here today and guarantee ourselves the title. But without further ado, let's head on over to the tactical meeting screen, where as you can see we are suggested to go from a positive to an attacking mentality. Now when you see the tweaks to the team, considering we might have 2 games in 2 days, I've got a lot of backups in there, so we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be sticking with our positive mentality. We might even move it back to a balanced or even defensive. Now, we are 1 point away from the title, and we are going to apply that specific opposition instructions. It's a good pitch condition. 340 tickets have been sold from a 700 capacity, a breezy 28 degreesy. And our team for today, well, it's Hall in goal. Miners, but not our usual miners. This one is B miners, Brendan Miners, for those unaware. We then have St. Jago, Benny Siao. We then have Edwards making up our back four. I'm going to struggle with those names, so I apologise for how much I butcher some people's last names. Bascom and Richards make up our central midfield. Watson on the left, Dr. Jones calling Dr. Jones on the right, the goat in between, and Nussum up front. A bench consisting of Simmons, Smith, Ridderboss, Freitas, Lacruz, Smith-Jones and Reeves. Yes, Reeves has actually managed to worm himself into the team because we are trying to rest as many people as possible for that X-Roads game even, just in case we have to play it the very next day. So without further ado, let's submit the team for today's game. A lot of them are going to be lacking match sharpness for obvious reasons, although they have been playing a lot for the B teams, and I'm sure some of these are also from the under-20s. Now the question is, what numbers are we going to give them? You know what, I'm just going to auto-generate it because there is quite a few of them to sort. So let's submit that. As you can see, 3 players are glad to be making their debut. That is Benny Sal, we've got Brendan Miners and Richards are all happy to make their debut. So let's crack on with this triple debutant and hopefully it works out for us here today against the Somerset Eagles. Now, we're suggested to go with we are the favourites here. I mean, we are. So go out there and give the fans a performance. We're away from home. I don't know what our assistant is thinking. Come on, lads, the title will be ours if we manage a win. Yes, come on. I know I'm putting pressure on you, but a little bit of pressure. We only need 1 point. We don't even need the win. We just need a draw. They've got 4 losses in their previous 5 games. Surely we can pick up a victory here today. We have a loss and a draw in our previous 5, of course, as well as 3 victories. And the title will be decided here today if we can pick up a win, as the Rams and the Trojans need us to lose every single game, and they need to pick up quite a few goals in hand. So let's try and pick up a victory here, or like I previously said, a draw will do, but we don't like to sell for draws around here. The goat, though, gets it over to Dr. Jones. Jones calling Dr. Jones. Nussum inside to the goat. It's over to Watson. He's got Miners on the overlap if he wishes. The ball, in fact, does fall to Miners from the slide tackle. Oh, that was a lovely cross. Unfortunately, Dr. Jones could not keep his header on target, and that was a wasted opportunity only 25 seconds into this one. So, let's try and get this win. 6 minutes. Goal kick goes over to Brewer. Brewer playing it inside. Can the goat make a tackle? No, he gets it back to Brewer. Now with Dill. Nods it down for Evans. Evans on this right-hand side pulls it back for Commission. I'm just going to call him Commission because I can't bother to say his whole name. Talbot now with a ball over the top. Tries to get it to Bean, I believe, but Hall will collect this one. Now, what will Hall do with this? Will he kick it or roll it short? Probably a roll. He has indeed rolled it short, and it's now played out to the right-hand side where the legendary Carlos Edwards will play it forward to Nussum. He's got an overlap. Goat, will he find Dr. Jones on this right? Richardson gets the ball over the top to Nussum. Beautiful ball and beautiful block. Unfortunately, that was offside, so it didn't really matter, but it's nice to see the effort from Nussum, and it's nice to see the beautiful effort from Richardson to get it over the top. Richards, I should say, not Richardson. I don't know why I've got Richardson in my brain. Probably as a Man United fan. Just random player names, you know, creep back into the brain. And yes. But right now, trying to build from the halfway line, our centre-back has picked up a yellow card, which is a little worrying considering we don't have very good backups on the bench at the moment. Dr. Jones, though, his shot is blocked. Richards gets it across. Ooh, the GOAT. He's probably one of our better players on the pitch. Unfortunately, though, cannot get the shot on target. And now Bunn, on the 27th minute, gives it away to Dr. Jones. He nods it down for Nussum. He's got the ball over to Watson on this right-hand side. Miners has made the overlap if he wishes to use him. He is, in fact, going to use him. Now can Miners get a good cross in? In fact, he's played it out to Richardson on the edge of the area. He plays it inside to the GOAT. The GOAT holding up the ball nicely, gets it over to Dr. Jones. Back to GOAT. Oh, come on, GOAT. Tommy Co, the GOAT. Gautier smashing it into the top right corner. That is why he used to be our starting cam. He's showing why I shouldn't have dropped him. What a beautiful finish from the GOAT Gautier. Gotta see that one again. That was a beautiful effort. Now, Edwards throwing it in here on the 28th. The GOAT gets it back to Edwards. Edwards holding the ball nicely, gets over to Richards, whips one in. Nussum, my friend. You've got to show me why you're supposed to be in the starting lineup. Efforts like that are not going to do it. And nor is that one. That one pretty much straight at the keeper, and Bunn will collect. Now, 30th minute. Can the Somerset Eagles get themselves an equaliser, or can we stretch this lead? Edwards nods it back forward to Dr. Jones coming down this right-hand side. Can he get past Watson? Whips it in. Nussum. Oh, what are you doing, Nussum? Just bring the ball down. Stop trying to take it on the volley. That was a terrible effort. Edwards, though, again, taking the corner, whips it in, back post. Nussum is there, but again, a wasted opportunity. And Nussum, I don't know how you've got a 6.9 in this first half, because right now you're not playing particularly great, as far as I'm concerned. In fact, it even crept up for a 7 for a second. That's questionable. Watson on a 6.5, that I can see. That I can definitely see. So Watson, he's definitely probably the next one to go. Maybe Bascom in terms of substitutes. But right now, we've got the GOAT, and he has just one possession. He's got Watson on the overlap. Instead, he's cutting inside, though. Lovely ball through to Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones calling Dr. Jones to put it in the net. Unfortunately, though, the bun is in the way. And we head to half-time, ladies and gentlemen. 13 shots to their 0, 4 on target to their 0, 1.02 XG to, well, absolute 0. 4 corners to 2, 4 fouls to 6, 1 yellow card apiece, 84% passing to 74, 61% possession to 39. Now let's head to the dressing room. Things are going well, but you're careful about that. I know you are. You are much better than you have shown in that first half, so go out there and show me something better. Now, Watson and Bascom are the weakest players in our squad at the moment, so we're going to keep an eye on those two going forward in this second half and see if Benissau can avoid getting himself sent off, because that would be a little bit risky. Dr. Jones, though, tries to whip one in. Nussum cannot get onto it. It's not away to Bascom, though. He gets it to the GOAT, pulls it back for Richardson. Edwards has got an overlap here with Dr. Jones. He's made a lovely ball to Dr. Jones. Will he pull it back? He whips one across to Watson. He can't get onto the end of it, though. It's cleared out to Miners, and then the highlight is over. Edwards, though. Corner here on the 46th, almost 47th minute. Back post, Nussum with the tap in. He's missed everything else, but he's got his 5th goal of the season with possibly the easiest goal to put away. Back post, slots it into the bottom corner. In fact, he didn't really put it in the corner. Considering he had such an easy effort, he just sort of walked the ball into the goal. But we'll take it. Any goal will do, as long as it guarantees us a victory here today. We do not mind. Now Benissau brings the ball down over to St. Jago, now to Watson. Watson tries the ball up to Nussum. Nussum's got a nice little run on this right hand side. Will he whip one in? He pulls it back. Oh, the GOAT gets it. In fact, I thought that might have gone to Dr. Jones. Jones calling Dr. Jones, but it does not. It goes and bypasses him and goes to the GOAT. So we are into substitution time, and although he hasn't had a bad game, Benny Sow does need to go off. We've got a 2-0 lead. We only need a point, even if they pull 2 goals back. I'd rather us have 11 men than 10, because if we do have 10, it does open the opportunity for them to try and get that third. I think if we keep our 11 men, we're guaranteed to not concede more than 2 goals. So we're going to bring Ridderboss on. Ridderboss is going to finally get his chance to play for us in the first team. We've then got Watson, who's both tired and not having the greatest of games. Bascom has picked up and he's not so bad on the fitness front. So Watson is the guy I would like to take off. Unfortunately, though, do we have anyone we can actually move out to that left wing? So we have Dr. Jones on the right. LaCruz. Interesting. Interesting, LaCruz. You know what? LaCruz, I'm going to give you a go out there. I have no idea what your ability is out there. In fact, look, you've never really tried it. You're 33 years of age. Your pace isn't quite what it... Actually, it's pretty good for a 33-year-old, I'll give you that. 9 pace. Your stamina is at 6, but to be fair, you're coming on late in the game, so that's not too much of an issue. You don't need to jump too much. Your balance doesn't need to be too bad. Your composure is great. Great decision making, and your first touch is amazing. These aren't going to be too great out here. Crossing, you're not going to be so great at crossing, but if we make you... How is your long shot? 8. You're a decent long shot. You know what? LaCruz, I am going to make you an inside forward. That way you can cut in, have a nice little dig. What foot are you? Right-footed only. Perfecto. You're going to go on that left wing, inside forward, and you are going to get yourself a goal at 33 years of age. I can believe in you. I believe in you, my friend. But Carlos Edwards right now throws it into the GOAT, who has had a great game thus far. Dr. Jones now with the ball. He has been upended. And Cox, my friend, has gone and got himself sent off. They are down to 10 men. We avoided it. And now they have just dug themselves an even deeper hole. 2 goals down and now down to 10 men. They've not had a single shot, by the way, in 80 minutes. What is going on with the Eagles? We've had 22. Okay, I cursed us. They got a shot. Admittedly, not on target. But they did get themselves a shot. Eventually. But... we have 4 minutes of additional time. We are 3 minutes into them. As you can see, we've picked up quite a few yellow cards as well. The GOAT has one, Bascom has one, but Edwards has the ball. Edwards whips it across. Dr. Jones pulls it back to Richards, back to Dr. Jones. Nice triangles with Edwards, Richards and Jones. Unfortunately, though, given away, and Bean will clear it away onto our left-hand side. St. Jago will collect this one with 20 seconds remaining of additional time, and he's just going to kick it out. Okay, he's just going to give it straight back to them as they have 10 minutes to try and build from the back. The referee is not going to give them that opportunity, though, as we are now crowned the Bermudan Premier Division champions. It's been a long time coming. We have been dominant in this league. We did have a couple of slip-ups. We probably could have done this a couple of games earlier. Probably around that 15-game mark, I would say, is probably the earliest. We could have got away with it. But we have finally achieved the title. So, kicking things off in style. The question is, though, are we going to have a Bermudan FA Cup quarter-final, or are we just going to have the draw for the semis? Who knows? Our team is going to be a little exhausted. At least the B team's going to struggle. I don't know how they're going to get on against the Zebras, because a lot of the players we've used are, of course, from the B team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. If they manage to pick up a victory in that, that is going to be amazing. But right now, well done, lads, on securing the title. I know a lot of you haven't played a whole lot, but I am thankful for you in this moment and the effort you have put forward. Now, makes his debut, yes, confirms best ever division finish. Tomlinson brings glory to Robin Hood. As you can see, our pre-season odds were 1-5. We've now won the Premier Division for the second time. As you can see, last time we won was 15-16, but we've won it now in the 2021 season after the Village Rams got themselves 2 in a row. Now, fitness concerns, yes, I can imagine there is a few fitness concerns. A lot of them will be rested. They won't be playing for us. unless they go and play for the B team and get themselves injured probably in that FA Cup quarter final. As you can see, scheduled for tomorrow is the X-Roads game. So I'm going to progress forward to that. If we play it, then I will see you over at the stadium. If not, then I will see you back here for the cup draw for the semi-final in just a second. Okay everyone, so as you can see, I'm not quite sure what is going on with our FA Cup quarter-final game against X-Roads. So we are going to jump into the semi-final draw, and then in the next episode, regardless of where it ends up being, we will play that quarter-final game. So without further ado, let's head on over to the draw where 7 teams shall go into the hat. Now, as you can see, only one game got played and Somerset Trojans won that one. The other ones, well, it's us or X-Roads. We've got our B team or the Zebras, and then we've got YMSC Bluebirds or the Devonshire Colts. Now, the Bluebirds are the only one besides our B team, of course, who are not in the Premier Division. So let's see who comes out first, and that is the Bluebirds or the Colts, and they will be at home against Somerset Trojans, which means if us and the B team manage to make it into the semi-finals, we can guarantee Robin Hood in the final. We can guarantee to get one of our squads into the final. That is beautiful. So draw the next one, which is our B team will get home field advantage, which isn't really home field advantage if we do meet them in the semi-finals. But we've got to get past X-Roads first, and they've got to get past the Zebras. Now, since a lot of the players we used up in this episode will be going back to the B team, they might be tired. It really depends when this game gets played, but hopefully the B team can make it past the Zebras. Hopefully we can make it past X-Roads. But I hope you all have had a lovely night. I hope you all have a lovely week ahead of you, depending when you see this. If not, I hope you have a lovely weekend if you are watching this when it actually comes out. So, I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a good night, and goodbye.